All right, so I am now at the center of this forested area on my property, and I have decided, based on what we have learned in class and just some other research I did to clarify any questions I had about what makes a forest a climax forest, I believe that this area of the forest is a climax forest. As you can see, the pines and the conifers have kind of just died out. Any of the remaining ones that were here, like the one that fell, they aren't making an appearance in this area of the woods. What we have here is mostly climax species, such as maples and American beeches and species of that nature. So I believe that this area has been fairly undisturbed for quite some period of time, which has allowed these hardwoods to grow to just massive proportions. I mean, these things have to be, like, some of them hundreds of years old. And so it has escaped disturbance enough. Oh, we have some animal scat here. It has, yeah, so, sorry. So it has avoided disturbance for quite some time, and because of that, it has been able to flourish both in biodiversity and age. We have such a wide variety of plants and of trees and of animals that all visit this area. So it's getting to the point where I believe most of the nutrients are gone. I tried to grow some plants out here actually as an experiment, and they did not fare well. So I believe that, this forest has reached its climax. I imagine it would have reached its climax a long time ago if it weren't for the beaver dam renewing some of the lost nutrients in this area and creating some spaces at the edge of the forest where new species and things can thrive. But I would consider this a climax forest personally, just because of all the hardwoods and climax species that are prevalent throughout this forest, just besides the area where the white pines kind of dominate. I imagine that area was disturbed in a relatively short time ago compared to the rest of this forest. But yeah, I believe that this is an example of a climax forest that's very biodiverse. I've seen so many different animals come through here. We do have some trail cams. We've seen even apex predators that are lacking in population size, such as mountain lions, bobcats. We've seen tons of bears come through here. We actually have multiple deer trails where herds of deer will come through and graze on some of the plants and berries and things that we have growing around here. There's an amazing diversity when it comes to fungus also. I forage for mushrooms, and I have found a very wide variety of mushrooms in this area. So I believe that this would definitely be considered a climax forest, besides the edge where the high tensions are that have experienced disturbance recently. I believe originally, in the earlier stages of succession, part of this land was used for pasture, and part of it was also logged, as you can see explained in some of my earlier videos. But yeah, I have a very deep appreciation for this forest. I think it's just absolutely beautiful, and I'm very thankful that I'm privileged enough to have this area right in my backyard. So, yep.